Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. I know what you're thinking. Holy crap, this is like the fourth gameplay video commentary thing that you've done. What is going on? And that's a valid point, because I still forgot to charge my camera. And not only that, but this is so, like, seriously, I totally underestimated, like, when I say COD commentators or people who post gameplay always bitch and moan about how hard they work and how hard it is. This is quite possibly the easiest thing. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic or a dickhead here. I'm being dead serious. This is so easy. I can talk here now, right? I'm talking here at 1:45 in the afternoon, and then maybe I'll play some Battlefield and record some gameplay, put it over the top, render it out, and it should be up by tomorrow. It's so easy. Whereas if you have a camera, you have to look at least look presentable. I know I don't do a very good job of that, but you have to give it a try, and then you've got to do all this shit. This is so easy. So easy. Anyway, back to the point. Even though we weren't on the point, but back to the point nonetheless. What was I going to say? Oh yes, last week, guy at EA said that he has greenlit no single-player games, that don't have a multiplayer function in them, and saying how proud he is of it, and how proud he will be how proud he will be to continue doing that, essentially cock-blocking single-player games from everyone. So what this means, you might ask, is that he essentially won't let any game be published by EA that hasn't got a multiplayer component. And that doesn't piss me off as much as you think it would, but it pisses me off nonetheless, and I'll tell you why. I mean, people could go into this, but I like single-player games. There was more single-player games. Oh, shit. Anyway, you know what I mean. But the biggest problem I have with it is what happened with Spec Ops: The Line. There was the producer or director or whatever of Spec Ops: The Line. He did this in-depth interview about the multiplayer. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll leave it in the link in the description. And he said that it was crap. It shouldn't have been in there. No one's playing it. It had to be outsourced, so they got a different studio to do it. And not, he said that it's crap, but it's not a reflection of this other studio who did it. It's more of a reflection of the time and the resources that they had. And that makes you think, because he's so right. No, I mean, unless your game is purely multiplayer, there's going to be no one playing it. I mean, look, FIFA, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Max Payne, Red Dead Redemption, these are pretty much the only games I can think of, on console at least, that have a really constant, like, online multiplayer, what's the word I'm looking for? Why can't I speak English today? Premise. No, that's not it. There's a word I'm trying to think of. Oh, man. I totally regret last night already. Fuck. I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. Whereas you look, and, I mean, look, I can look at my shelf now. Who the hell is still playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer? Like, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, I actually really enjoyed, and I could be wrong. There could be still people playing it, but not on my friends list. Who is still playing the Spec Ops multiplayer? Who is still playing the Assassin's Creed multiplayer? Who is still playing the Bioshock multiplayer? Who is still playing the Dead Space multiplayer? Exactly, no one. While it seems like a good idea, but no one will buy the game if we have multiplayer. People are going to buy your game if it has a great single player. That is a fact. People bought Mass Effect because it has a great single player. People bought Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto and Max Payne and Batman and all these other games that pretty much have no online component at all. Assassin's Creed had no online component. People love single-player games. Fallout. Sure, you're not going to captivate a non-hardcore market. Well, you might, but not really. But the casual market is still going to play. But you're not going to get them away from Call of Duty. You are not going to. The only way you'll get people away from Call of Duty is when Activision fuck it up. That is the only time you'll get people away from Call of Duty. Another problem that annoys, and this is what gets to me, is that then you're wasting space on the disc. It should not be an issue, but the Xbox decided not to have a Blu-ray disc drive in it. The next one has to. It has to. And before people say, but Sony own the goddamn Blu-ray, if anyone says that, I'm going to punch on, because I'll put you in the fucking headlock. I'm so sick of hearing that, because it's bullshit. Anyway, I mean, it takes space up on the disc. and then sometimes you have to outsource to a different studio, so the multiplayer and the single player are completely fucking different. And then you've got the other problem where maybe you have to cut off a little bit, cut off a section of your development team to work on the multiplayer, and then you're wasting time that could be in the single player. You know what I mean? Shit, I don't like it. I am a single player guy. I'm not a multiplayer guy. But that's about it. So I'd like to hear your thoughts, because I know a lot of you guys are hardcore PC guys, and I know that people... what am I talking about? And people create multiplayer mods for single-player games, the Just Cause 2, and I want to know how popular that is, essentially, because maybe that could... but that's PC, and I'm interested, because I don't like multiplayer games. Like, I like Call of Duty, and I like Battlefield, or I like Bad Company 2, but no, other than that, I'm not a big multiplayer guy. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Au revoir.